Salutations, everybody. Bam! Here I am, stream. What's up? How is everybody doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon for you, wherever you are. I'm here with my apple tea. Is my mic bad? What is bad? Do we need to lower the music? Low? Let's see. You asked how it's going. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's bad. I hope it's not just because we watched Critical Role yesterday. I mean, we finished The Legend of Vox Machina because that was definitely not a fun watch. Yeah. One of the main things that I want to say is, so I've been watching with Gamercore, The Legends of Vox Machina off stream, and, like, it started off really nice. No, it's because my computer crashed. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Yeah, obviously it wasn't because we watched a bad TV show yesterday. It's wow. Computers crashing without, like, while your work is unsaved is, like, absolutely garbage. I'm sorry, that, like, I don't really have anything to say. It's just, it fucking sucks when it happens. I hope your computer is fine, though. At least that. Oh, no. You gotta code everything again. Crap. Good luck with that. I don't know how you coders do, like, the code thing. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how people just, like, do coding. Maybe one of these days I will learn how to code. But it's not gonna be today. No, it's okay. Thank you for letting me know what you're doing. I mean, today has been pretty chill. Wow, my I feel like my the throat soreness is unfortunately still there. I'm still gonna cough during the stream. Among other things. But I did make myself some tea with the apple cinnamon blend because I do like that one. And yeah, it's gonna be... It is definitely gonna be fun in that regard. I also finished, yesterday, I mean, no, not yesterday, today, I finished the Squid Game, the new season of Squid Game. I don't know how much, you guys watched it, like, after this, if you got, but, like, so I'm not gonna go into, like, to the big spoileronies. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with it. I think the main thing that, like, really carried it is the fact, like, they just got a bunch of really good actors, really good character actors, and they really sold the script. I remember seeing one of my mutuals on Discord tell that, like, how this season felt a little messier. I don't know if I felt it that much. I felt that, the writing was pretty solid. The games were definitely harder. It also focused more on the off game. It's basically Squid Game New Game Plus. New Squid Game Plus. This season was a little shorter and it does seem that, like, well, I'm not gonna get into, like, the big details. Splatoon, yes. Indeed. I haven't played Splatoon myself, but I really like seeing other people play it. It's really satisfying. It's like whenever Nintendo brings out like original IPs or like give opportunities for like creative story, like creative game ideas, they really do bank. They really do go swinging. And hands down, Splatoon is one of them. It's like there's a lot to criticize about Nintendo, but I just feel like I want to see more new IPs from them. Same goes for like PlayStation and shit. Because like sometimes they have really like because when it hits, and like Splatoon is really cool. Just really cool idea with great execution. Yeah. I also understand why like when I'm back to Squid Game. There right now like there is a bunch of new memes from this season, as there were. Like you have the meme of like Song Gi-hoon in game 1 and in game 2, like his photo, and in the second one he's like dead serious, and in the first one he's smiling. That became like a big meme. Thanos, the purple-haired guy, he's just like a walking weird meme creature thing. He answers some very crucial questions. And again, light Squid Game spoilers, but like the Squid Game question that he asked is, what if people had the ability to bring drugs into the game? Not good, that's the answer. In addition, so yeah, another thing I want to talk about is that I actually checked the game, and I'm going to before we start, I want to recommend to you a game that I found that like I sat down and played today because it's a demo. I'm going to look for an image for it. Man, I can barely find images because it's really niche. So I'm gonna put in 3 big assets, and I'm gonna put it on screen. And yeah, I'm just gonna put in an image. Where's the image? I know this is taking too long, but I wanna show you the thing. So the name of the game that I want to recommend you guys today is a little game called Of the Devil. Of the Devil is a visual novel with very influenced by Danganronpa and Ace Attorney. It's like it's in the same niche of like having a detective trial game, and basically it's near the end of the 21st century at like 2089. And not much of humanity has been left. The ocean levels are rising, and basically there is one big city-state where everyone lives. And you play this woman, this red-haired woman here called Morgan. And Morgan is a lawyer in a city where it just became one big surveillance state. Everything is recorded. Everything as it has its place. Yeah, post-apocalypse, but they're still lawyers. It's very... Yeah, it's post-apocalypse, but they're still lawyers. Everything is perceived, and most crimes are found, like, with guilt. You cannot get away with crimes 99% of the time. And sometimes there are and homicides are pretty rare. But Morgan also, among other things, also happens to solve murders. It's also very... It's also very, manages to find its own niches because it also uses a bunch of poker terminology. So far, like, the mechanics seem to be pretty simple, but, like, also pretty effective. And I tend to be pretty harsh with writing. Yeah, no, the Balatro. So it takes three things. It takes Ace Attorney, it takes cyberpunk dystopias, like with Signalis, and it takes Balatro with the gambling. There's fun for the whole Kale family, but it's mostly with language. So I want to recommend it to you because first of all, episode 0 is out. That's like the main that's like the first chapter. It's free. It's on Steam. And for the few hours where I played it, hold on, I'm gonna see how much hours I invested into it. I was very impressed. It's like the hours, like, it's like the demo was like 3 hours. It felt a little like more, but like it was fine. And there's a pretty solid mystery, but like, and the dialogue is excellent. Indie games have this trouble where, like, at least some of the indie mystery games that I play, where like the dialogue just sounds very unnatural. And in Of the Devil, the characters do speak stylishly, but it feels less like the writers don't know how people talk in real life, and more like they had a very specific tone they were going for. Morgan is devilishly likable, and the other characters just have very defined and fun personalities. I had a really good time, and the art style is great as well. And apparently, episode 1 is about to come out pretty soon, I think. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I really want to recommend you guys to play Of the Devil. And I gotta do it myself, but like, at least talk with and maybe even go to social media and tell the End Circle Games that they did a really good job with their game. As for how I learned about it, it showed up in my YouTube recommended, and I just like, oh, this looks cool, and then I bought it. But like, there was this other escape room game, killing game thing I found, and like, I remember that like, I couldn't even like finish the demo because like, the dialogue just really turned me off. So like, when I see like this niche, I'm like, oh, this looks cool, I want to try playing it. And then I think that I found out that like, if there's something that really turns me off in terms of like video games, is when the dialogue's bad. Bad dialogue, bad sounding dialogue, that's like, it's something I've become very perceptive towards. Hello, hi Papaya. I don't really like games that release one episode at a time. That's fair. Anyways, it's good seeing you, and that's totally understandable. I think that with Of the Devil, it's specifically the demo, but it does seem like they want to release it episodically. That's like, it's a double-edged sword, like where like you have games that like released one episode at a time. Life is Strange also did that back in the day. And the good is that like it's a way of keeping player investment over a longer time, over a longer period of time. It's also one of the reasons why gacha games tend to like have a following, because instead of releasing the completed game in bulk, they just release it through events. But for the player, it can definitely be annoying. It's like, I find that I definitely agree with you, because when I play certain like gacha games, like you have like, take Zenless Zone Zero for example. That's the one I've been playing quite a bit, and also Limbus Company. They released the new event, and that's like when 95% of the content is released, and then like and then in between like the content updates, then you basically have dead zones where the game gives you time. It gives you downplay time, and it also gives you like small events to do and other stuff to do. But like the game just isn't as engaging at that point. And on one hand, it's good that like the game is like encouraging you to like grind and like build up your teams and whatevers. But it's also just the point where the game becomes kind of boring. Well, in the case of Ace Attorney style game, they can just keep supporting by dropping new cases rather than making 12 games. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know why Of the Devil is doing it, but I still do want to recommend that you guys check out the demo. I was super impressed with it. And while I'm throwing other detective game, like investigation games that that have like a cyberpunk-ish setting, go play Paradise Killer. Paradise Killer fucking slaps. It's such a special experience. One of my all-time favorite games because it's an open-ended investigation game. It means that like you can go into like the big confrontation segment whenever you want, and like and I still ended up being satisfied even though there was one big thing I didn't find out. I still had a good time with the game and felt like I did my best like with what I had. It's also just like you're vibing in a very vaporwave in a very aesthetical vaporwave island thing, and just go around with all the music. So it's also just a very cozy game in its own morbid way. That game also does a good job of like having stylized dialogue and having it come off as a stylistic choice and not as an I don't know how humans speak. And dialogue is a fucking bitch, by the way. I'm so impressed that they pulled it off. Because it really felt like the writers knew how to do that. Mouthwashing also has really good dialogue, and yeah, I just wanted to talk about like give a praise corner. If you guys played Ace Attorney and you guys want something to scratch the itch, Meta Anomalies? What's that? I'm looking it up. Meta Anomalies. I have not heard of that one. What's that? It's a turn-based RPG. Hold on, I'm gonna view the page. Takes players on a journey through a new futuristic bygone oriental city, to uncover secrets behind the walls. I think I've heard of that game. Yeah. I think I saw someone make a YouTube about it.
We Fenrir will never be
Miss Butterfly.
People pointing guns at my
Yeah,
friend.
I heard of it. It
Let me be
looks.
straight.
I heard it's. According to Steam reviews, it seems to be mostly positive, but it seems like an interesting game. Like it's mostly positive. There must be some like flaws there, here and there, but I don't know. I haven't played it myself. I also want to play Paper Perjury eventually. Like I bought the entire game. It looks cool. The pixel art is great. It's also very Ace Attorney inspired. I'm just a really big fan of like that like detective game subgenre. Like it's just definitely like my favorite gaming subgenre. It's a lot of fun. It's to be a lot of fun. Nina Aquila. I'm looking it up. Nina Aquila, Legal. Yeah, I've heard of that one as well. Isn't that like, it's... Oh my gosh, hold on. Yeah, I've heard of that one as well. It's, Yeah, just a lot of characters, and there's just like a lot more games in that niche than you think about. I also heard of Nina Aquila. Haven't played it, but it looks interesting. Anyways, that's enough yapping for now. I mean, there are other things I want to yap about. Like, Gamercore and I watched The Legend of Vox Machina. I finished Season 3. Haven't played what game? Nina Aquila. It's another Legal Eagle. It's also similar to these kinds of game. It's like it's a Newgrounds indie game. And like it's apparently also like it also has some RPG elements apparently in a car chase. Looks very interesting. And it's also niche, anyways. So Gamercore and I watched the third season of The Legend of Vox Machina. Yeah, RPG Maker game. Yeah. And Gamercore has been yapping to me for a while about how much that new season is not good. And after and I was watching with Gamercore the new, like the old, like the first seasons, and I thought the first season was great. The second season was also good. I think there were some issues here and there with some of, like, one of the big issues is that like they kind of like took all the non-human characters, or like the non-humanoid characters, so like Pike, Scanlan, and Grog, and they just kind of secluded them to their own side plots. But like Season 3 is where the ball really dropped for me in terms of like quality, and there were still some good moments, but I just kind of felt like, and I did not watch the original Vox Machina campaign. Gamercore was the voice, was the watcher who constantly informed me of the things that they changed for the better and mostly for the worse. And for me, as someone who has some knowledge and experience with writing and also screenwriting, I mean, I'm not a professional, but I've studied some of it and like did some short films, and they just make some of the most baffling decisions I've seen a show make in a while. Let's begin with my favorite. That's like my favorite one. So, guys, imagine if you are on a quest, and a very urgent quest, to save the world from a bunch of evil general dragons. And then you're like, okay, they had a small victory, but like it's not safe. There's still like a bunch of dragons left. Like there's the dragon and there's the head, and he also has a bunch of like offspring going on. But then your friend is like, from the same party, they're like, hey, listen, I feel like I've been a really shitty dad to my daughter who I left, but I really want to go fix things with her even though I'm such a fuck up. So when you guys are doing the teleportation spell, and like you're going to like your next destination, even though things may be relatively calm, do you just let them step out of the circle while the mission is still going? Or do you talk with them, and maybe like with the rest of the group, do you communicate as a group about it? Well, if your answer, I'm gonna let my friend is step out of the circle, then that's what the show did, and then everything went to shit. And that was just annoying. My main issue with Season 3 of Vox Machina is that the characters just took a bunch of stupid pills and just made really dumb decisions. And listen, I'm no CinemaSins. I'm fine with logical inconsistencies. I'm fine with suspending my disbelief. What I'm not fine is with decisions that make characters who are supposed to be competent adventurers look stupid. Because here's the thing about Vox Machina until then. In season 1, maybe this shit would have flown. Maybe. Because they were introduced as a bunch of like a messy TTRPG party that was like fucking around and no one trusted them. In season 3, they're like supposed to be the great legendary heroes who've already saved like a whole ass city and killed more than a few dragons, like 3 of them. It just feels like the level of professionalism, the level of, to quote Latrice Royale from RuPaul's Drag Race, the level of unprofessionalism is too fucking much. I also didn't like about, like, again, they just cut out a lot of, like, the platonic plot lines, and there was only focus on, like, the romantic subplots for most of the time. And I know this because Gamer4 told me that that's what the writers did. And not only does it mean that, like, the dynamics are less interesting, because you cut out all the friendships between them, between your RPG, your D&D party. They also low-key made it that all the main 3 girls in the party's main motivations was a man, or like that they were very male-centric. The reason why Keyleth manages to like succeed in the stupid exam that she managed to get like confirmation for after like 5 minutes of her being told no because she proved that she was powerful with the scene transition is because like the reason why she managed to succeed it wasn't because it was because she thought of the man that took her virginity. Her boyfriend who took her virginity, that's why. The only one who saw her. And listen, I'm a big fan of Vax, and I'm a big fan of Keyleth, and I really thought their relationship was really fucking cute. Especially in season 1. Romance was alive with all the really cute gestures that Vax did towards her. It was really sweet. But they just took the energy out of that. Or like, you know, and then there's like the whole thing with Percy that like, I actually talked with another friend of him, like Percy basically gets killed off, and then like in the end of the series he gets resurrected after like a few episodes where he gets a funeral and everything. So like, they could have taken it one or two ways. Either because having a resurrection be the last final confrontation for the series was stupid, especially after the entire burial thing. And so basically they had find your anchor. The first scene it shows is I don't care if people have to defend for yourself. Yeah, that's stupid. You not only did you pick like a shallow reason, you also made it worse by like using the worst clip. It's like, man, what a stupid fucking test. Like, the last 3 episodes of Vox Machina, of the 3 seasons, were completely off source material, they were completely off script, and they were also off the rails. Just, the shark fucking jumped into a meat grinder. Also, so like, they had 2 choices of like, okay, Percy gets shot and he dies to his enemy. You have 2 choices. Either you keep him dead, like 2 legitimate choices. Either you keep him dead, or either you do the resurrection like you do in the show. But no, we can't have resurrections because we want our show to be mature, even though in the actual play, from what I know from Gamercore, listen, it's been 30 minutes before we began, but and we have like a bunch of Ace Attorney to play for today, but I'm sorry, I have to yap. I have to continue talking. So instead of like instead of like letting Percy die, which was a choice, in the live show the line a lot was better because your people aren't bleeding, they're fighting. Yeah, that was a nicer and less dismissive line. So, like, they picked the stupid answer that, like, kind of doesn't please anyone. It doesn't please the people who don't like the fact that Percy was resurrected, and it doesn't satisfy the people that, like, don't like the fact that, like, it doesn't satisfy the people who came for a faithful adaptation, and it doesn't satisfy the people who didn't like the fact that resurrections were a plot thing in the first place. And it was just really dumb, and it baffles me how those decisions, like, made it all the way into, like, the final product, into the final script. I'm just baffled and bamboozled even. Oh, and let's talk about how Pike, and also, let's just talk about how Pike's arc in season 1, they did a good job of, like, giving her an original arc, because Ashley Johnson was absent for, like, a lot of the Whitestone arc. And, like, they gave her basically her needing to strengthen her faith, and it was a really good and solid cleric arc. And then in season 2, they didn't really know what to do with her, because again, Ashley Johnson wasn't present for most of that. So they just made her dote and fawn over Scanlan for, like, 99% of, like, her screen time. It toys with the watcher's emotions, because if you just heal him after he first died, like, did in the live show, it was fine. But hey, let's give him... Yeah, that was so fucking stupid! And then his soul was trapped in a fucking gun. That's dumb. That's stupid. In concept and in execution. Man. Every character in season 3 was done dirty. And in season 3 with Pike, it's like, okay, what arc are we gonna give her? Oh, we're just gonna recycle the arc that she had in season 1. But, like, have her come to the opposite conclusion. Where she gets lectured by him, where she listens to a man she barely knew, and she had a mind game with, like, that she barely knew, and who tried to kill her. And the mind game itself was really cool, so they also shot the bed on one of the best scenes in the season. And just... every single character in Vox Machina in the main party was done dirty. It's like... Percy and Vex just became people who don't know how to handle their emotions and their romantic feelings like grown-ass adults. Scanlan hasn't proved to the screen that he became a better dad or that he was trying to be a better dad, even when he stepped out of the circle to go to the off-screen in order to try to be a better dad. He's a soul damned in hell. She spent a whole Elhard hating being there. Then the guy... Yeah, exactly! He's not a better mentor than your god. That's dumb. It's so fucking stupid, boo-boo, shitty writing. Grog was constantly, like, flipped between being competent and being stupid with no logical through line to make the character work. Percy's arc was fine, but again, the entire resurrection, like spills it. Like spoils it. And it's also... like, it is also stupid, and the fact that they also butchered his romance with Vex. They also just removed, like, the fucking pregnancy plotline in one of the few pieces of media where surprise pregnancy is a trope that's used well. And it gives meaning to the plot. I'm gonna continue. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to continue a little more. Or 40 minutes in, Vesper the role of the whole reason. Yeah, Vesper is the whole reason that Percy came back to life. It wasn't because Laura Bailey Vex finally told her that she loves him back. It was, guys, that was just a stupid fucking story. That was such a stupid fucking story where a woman be emotional. Keyleth was ruined because of this stupid pill, and like. Raishan was also ruined because, like, she just became ridiculously unreliable, and then they trusted her because the plot demanded them to. The entire debate about whether to trust him or not, like, in the beginning, it barely took on screen, and the game is like... and this story is trying to convince me that it actually did. So yeah, just a bunch of characters got ruined. And it sucked. And here's my other problem. And it was a big realization I made after watching the show. Yeah, exactly. And then we're gonna play Ace Attorney. I promise. I pinky promise. If every battle in your action show is the characters barely winning by the skin of their teeth, and that's the only thing, and there's barely any hope all the time, then the game is not, then the show just stops being fun. If every battle has the same rationale, where the characters are losing more than they are winning, then it's not fun. The story stops being fun. You know, it's fun, and like, I'm not saying that like they have to like go full on Kirito and win all the time and not do that, but like the balance is just off. If I had a nickel for every noble woman Archer was pregnant with killing giant. Oh, really? When was the first time? So yeah, it's fucking... Oh, it's Fire Emblem 7 Louise. Man, Louise is badass. Her and her... I really like what I've seen of Louise. I haven't finished FE7, but like she and Pent were such a cute couple. At least from what I remember. It's been a while. Anyways, now it's time to consume good media. Okay? Thank you for indulging me in this long-winded rant about the Legends of Vox Machina. No, it's fine. You don't need to apologize. I was gonna complain about it either way. It was just really bad, and I just have zero patience for bad writing. I really don't. And it's especially sucks because, like, I really liked The Legends of Vox Machina in the beginning. I really liked it as a TV show, but, like, when the writing just hit the crapper, I just felt that, like, I just looked down on my screen and, like, did things in the meantime, which is really bad etiquette, I know. But I just wasn't invested in what was going on the screen. And the action scenes were still good. But if what's moving the really good action is just mediocre slop, then I don't want to watch it anymore. That's it. Who's ready to play more Ace Attorney? Who's ready to watch more Ace Attorney, guys? Because I sure do. I sure do look forward to going back to Ace Attorney Investigation. Sadness, we won't get to all the presents, but I'm too busy to eat dinner. Yeah. I mean, pregnancy is I've actually, like, when I played TTRPGs, like LARP specifically, I've seen some women players play pregnancy. And it was interesting, because some people are into, like, playing that. I know it can be a weird subject, but like, if the player wants to play, that's one thing. I've also heard like nightmares. Like, I've also heard horror stories about how women, like creepy GMs, have forced pregnancy on, like, the female characters. But it's not always like that, and like with Vox Machina, Laura did want to have that. At least from what I understand her in game before. So, who's ready to play one of my favorite cases in the entirety of the Ace Attorney series? Because I sure do. Last time, we finished the Captive Turnabout. We found out that Fifi Lagarde did a little oopsie boopsie and killed a man out of poverty. Yeah, she loves, Oh, yeah. So with Laura, it definitely seems like it was her, it was also a way for her to, like, progress, her pregnancy, which was really cool. And so we found her, we found out how she did it, we found out that she does not like, Kanice. Yeah, that's sweet. It's interesting. Actually, so yeah, and now after like finishing and getting a very strict wording from Verity Gavel, Eddie Fender, Salt Master himself. There's actually a really funny meme I made of like Eddie Fender a while back. Yeah. Basically, I made this. Do you guys know Salt Bay? Of course you do. You're on the internet and it became a mainstream meme. Of course you know about Salt Bay. I'm gonna switch the image to something else. So a while back, I made this glorious image of Raymond. Edmund Fender Shields. And Exaldia omitted. I see. That's interesting. So yeah, I made this really funny image of Eddie Fender spreading salt while I was playing the game a while, like the first time, and I just want to show you that because this is one of my favorite memes of all time. Like, it's one of the best things I've made of all time. I'm just gonna put it in the corner because it makes me laugh. Okay, and now we're going to flashback and see what the legacy's at. I already know what's gonna happen in this case. I hope you like this game as much as I do. I'm really looking forward to it. It's such a sweet case. What shall we make today, kids?
Samson
and Judy's Bake and Bop.
Bake and Bop. Samson and Judy. He does look like a Samson. Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes, and that are light as dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Oh my god, it's really... But where? Over there. The Olivan's got something special to share. Ping! And it's good what we got for you. Oh my god, that's such good localization. They did a good job of like translating the song. It's cooking time! Are you ready to make something special together? One sec. I'll talk about a blast from the past. Hey, Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow. With your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Oh, I'll be back in a bit. One sec. god. I'm back. I actually had, I went to get some dinner. I hope you guys didn't hear much of the bear noises out of there. I got myself some couscous, steak, and, some beans, so I'm gonna be eating dinner while we're eating, and while we're playing. Not that I haven't been eating on stream beforehand, but yeah. Yeah, and we find out what Eddie was so interested. He was scouting you for a job. Exactamundo. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on. Ooh, yikes. Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy, I'm just joking. You know what about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course. Montgomery took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became the prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after the invite, see? I was also present at the trial those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. Yep, we understand. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. You didn't really notice how wide Edgworth's shoulders are most of the time. Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. Very big and wide guy. A twink he is not. Gregory Edgworth, attorney at law, and opposite of him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred Kama. It was kind to say, yeah, he definitely is Bara. However, it ended up with the conviction of the accused. And if there's one thing that we know about Iwamoto is he loves his big men. His big, muscly men. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing? Well, that'll explain things easier. I wanted you to know something, see? That something being what really went down. Not the truth of those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. This is when we know that, like, Japanifornia, Los Angeles is very different from, real Los Angeles, because they do not have snow. It's too warm there. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. Pursuing the truth, look at my badge. This was, before yours truly, was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. Look at this doof. He still has a silly hat. 18 years ago. Oh, to the tune. Pursuing the truth. Look at my badge. Okay. December 24th. 5 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Hey, Mr. E. This one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were pulled in before the ink of the arrest papers were even dry. It is funny. My name is Gregory Edgworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the word come to? The OGDA, absolutely. And man, his theme song, absolute banger. Absolute banger of a theme song. Almost Christmas, yeah. In the dark of night, at the end of day, I saw two lovely saviors a coming my way. Ah man, welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we'll be soon. Yeah, he is just big. I'm such a big fan of what they did with him, and wow. Can I just appreciate the localization again? I just they did such a good such a good work of doing the rhymes, and the fan translation is good as well. They also did a really good job of translating the source material. But man, this is also great. I'm having a good time already. Whoa, talk about an entrance. Oh guys, look, it's my favorite character, Jazz Hands Policeman. Look at him go! I was not expecting that. Man, I forgot about Jazz Hands Policeman. I love him so much. And then in this version, he looks so happy to do this. Absolutely. Banger after banger. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Yeah, no, it's banger after banger after banger. The consistency is great. And it's always a banger. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. What's he called in this version? You're the accused, I take it? I am Gregory Edgworth, attorney at law, at your service. Oh man, look at my boy! I love him! I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Feather. Pleased to meet you, sir! Yeah, the bow. So cute. So... Okay, you know, for OZD, voice actor and internet funny man, and actor, his headcanon is that the Edgeworths are transatlantic. Yeah, husband of Anne-Marie. So, this guy also gives transatlantic vibe. I mean, Gregory Edgworth. I'll do, everything I can to help. Oh my god. Fuck. Sorry. Come now, Edward. Come, please. He calls him Edward! It's so cute! He calls him Edward! Absolutely! I'm gonna choke on my dinner. Come now, Edward, calm down, please. You'll have to forgive me, please. Still new to this. Hey, I'm not gonna choke on my dinner. I'm sorry, but that Edward, it caught me by surprise. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Okay, I'm breathing. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, it was really funny. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little more about yourself. Yeah, listen, I'm so happy. Man, the Talk Like a Pirate Day spiel in the captive tournament was also great. There was just so much good stuff here in this localization. What am I thinking? I haven't told you my name. I'm Samson Tangaroa. Samson Tangaroa. Yeah, absolutely swinging. Samson Tangaroa. What is the pun there, I wonder? I'm gonna check. Hold on. Because in the localization, it's been a while since we had to like do the comparisons. In the fan translation, they called him Jeff Masters, and it helped. And it works because Jeff sounds like Chef. Now, there is something that happens to Samson in later on in this case. Yeah, Jeffrey Master. I'm gonna look it up in the Wikia. My very good friend, the Ace Attorney Wiki. So in the original, it's called Samson because I think it's because of the Tango Roa. Yeah, it is a joke on Tango. I also saw that like Catherine Hall, whose name is Catering Hall, in this one she's called Judy Bound. Which also sounds like Duty Bound! Oh my god, that's so clever! So clever. What? It really is you? Samson Tangaroa, the world's greatest confectioner? You flatter me, my young friend. Call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow! Thanks, Samson! I will! I can't believe I'm meeting you in person! I'm very happy right now. Yes, you can hear that from my voice. It seems that he knows something about a client. Mr. E! It's the Samson Tangaroa, singing, dancing, confectionery, making sensation! Oh, yeah, I'm glad that you hear the voice in the happiness in my voice. And he calls him Mr. E! That's so cute! Yeah. I'm having a good time. I don't know about you, John. I hope that me having a good time is making you have a good time. Yeah, he's so sweet. What shall we make today, kids? Macarons, waffles stew, with some cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. No, the madness waiting for you. Look there, look like we're over there. The oven's got something special to share. Hey, now let's see what we've got for you. Oh, there he is. It's Jazz Head Policeman. I almost started dancing along. Why didn't you dance along? No way! I got to sing with Samson Tangaroa! This is a dream come true! Yeah, that's so sad. The horrors. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to you to say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course, I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? I'm gonna take a few more bites and then we'll start the interrogation. know, I just realized how fatherhood is definitely one of the biggest sub-themes of Ace Attorney Investigations. Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. And later on in, like, I don't think it's just fatherhood, it's also parenthood. And that parenthood isn't necessarily bound by blood. Yeah, man with two dads, absolutely. Okay, almost done with my dinner. Yeah. Like, Fifi Lagarde is also, like, positioning herself as a motherly figure. It also begins, like, in case 2 with Fifi. Yeah. Funny plate scraping noises. Okay. I think when I'll go on break, I'll take out the plate and wash it. But for now, it can stay on my desk. Yeah, also true. And he's also a godfather. Samson Tangerella. So you're not just a confectioneer, but you're also a singer and a dancer. I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making desserts. Wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I did. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're not just things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations. Stuff that dreams are made of. What a sweetheart, honestly. So Lance Gray enjoys an inspirational pieces, does he? Yeah, that's true. With Kay, I mean. I understand the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We're holding an international confectionery contest there. Oh my god. Fuck. Okay. The body was found inside my creations. Inside your... No way! Detective in charge of placed me under arrest because of it. And now here I am. Greg is getting on in the years, I see. He's like 30-something. He's like 35. I don't think he gets that bad. But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I know you made a coughing joke. I know. And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why'd he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's just one thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you, I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. He seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise. It's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. And here's Judy Bound. It's pretty cold out here, honestly. I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it would be letting up anytime soon. But just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome! Welcome, everyone! Come on in. We'll have us some fun. Oh no! Are you alright? He's smiling when he's nervous. I almost forgot about that. I'm so sorry. Would you happen to meet Mr. Gregory Edgworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Thunder, Mr. Edgworth's assistant. Even then he wore his head slicked back. He had his hair slicked back. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Thunder, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're his housekeeper? You're Judy Bound! The Judy Bound! Yeah, he is mirroring his mentor. That's cute. You know a little something about my work? A little? I'll watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Beck and Bob's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Beck and Bob be? It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. And 18-year-old and children who happen to be 18. Catherine did feel like him. Yeah, Catherine does feel a little more, I'm kind of like, I like both of them. Catherine is a little more elegant. And Catering Hall is also good, but Judy Bound also works for the character. I'm kind of like in a position where I'm fine with both names. Like this, check it out. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel too, fluffy chocolate cream, tiramisu. Everyone, come along, baking treats with a smile and a song. There, it's true. Their oven's got something special for you. Just take a bite and you will see. And there's no jazz hands lawyer, that sucks. I'm gonna have to get used to the spinning and singing. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. Oh my god, my heart is melting. It's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. I'm sorry. He's being dad. He's like, perhaps my son will like this. Oh my god. See, this is the reason why this is one of my favorite cases, because it just gives me the fuzzies. It's such a sweet fuzzy case. Yeah. Man, this case gives me the fuzzies. Your son probably wants to watch more tokusatsu than like that. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Yeah, the fondue or chocolate water fountain. It does, yeah, that's such good set design. Man, I would buy these. I really want this tea set. It's so cute. Oh, this is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. Yeah, strawberry in the statues, absolutely. And one of them is drinking from the fountain like a straw. The citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. This also is cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. Some like it hot, like the movie. I see. These teacups are quite very neat too. The design is really something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorites. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Holik. Have you heard of him? Okay, so in the fan translation, he's called Pierre Hoquet, and this is basically a direct translation from the Japanese TV show, from the Japanese version, where he's called Paul Holik. So this is just Paul Holik. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, that's so cool. I want that tea set. Oh, I am. These teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting distracted, but I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim. It is true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations. It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big collapse coming from Samson's room. Samson? Are you in here? Ah! I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. No, that sucks. I would like those tea sets. Maybe even commission them. Yeah, maybe a fan made it on Etsy. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He can never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others to tea then. Come on, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. And there's Mr. Bad. He's back. He's just vibing here, I guess. No way. Everything in this room is made of chocolate. Yeah, the Bad is back. And he's badder than ever. I'm gonna ask, GamerCore, which version of Detective Bad is better? Younger Bad or older Bad? Who's hotter? I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this up close and personal. I might be more excited than myself if the room was a murder scene. Yeah, who's hotter? Ugh, just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. You know? Yeah, how would I know I'm ace? That's true. That's true. You know, a lot of these designs remind me of Amaury Guichon. He's a famous internet chocolate guy. Even had his TV show on Netflix. There might be some just what the temperature is in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, and he also has darker hair. Oh, don't you mention it's pretty chill, huh? Achoo! And there he is. The fence on a scene already? That was fast. Old if you're looking... Yeah, he's old if you're looking for a more rugged look. Yeah, that's fair. Pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaboro. This is my assistant and defender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Bad. Yep, the bros. Detective Tyrell Bad. The detective in charge is Bad. A man of few words. He's eating the... Jumping among the cheese right. Because he's eating the paper! Eating your notepaper. He likes to chew over his thoughts quite rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. That's such a... Oh my god, that's so goofy. That's true. That's really nice, the legacy. It's a little quick of his, please try to ignore it. Though I'd be the first to admit it's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bell, would you mind if we joined your investigation the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edgworth is Mr. Tangaro's attorney. Yeah, attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. Good words in their clients' mouths. Yeah, he shook the detective just by being an absolute weirdo. You think I need that? On my crime scene? Mr. Edgworth would never do something like that! I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on investigation of the crime scene, correct? The picture found is nice. Yeah, just really nice. He invested his money quite well. But extend me the same courtesy. I believe he's innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. He's innocent? I didn't even see the scene. That's a flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You're about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. But I'm coming with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. Look, it's a more competent gumshoe. You're good with that? Go ahead and get to it. There was a lollipop this whole time? Yeah, that could be it. I must admit I didn't see that coming either. Maybe it's a nicotine-flavored lollipop or something like that. We better get started then. I need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E. Let's get this over with. We can always add candidates a nicotine lollipop. So, where are we gonna begin? Maybe we'll begin with the guy over here. And you are? I wonder what they named him in this version. Huh. Sorry, meditating. Do you want something, Detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgworth, a pleasure to meet you. Heh. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. Oh, and he polishes it every day. That's so cute. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. Oh, Carmelo Gusto is good. Carmelo, I think he also had a... Sounds kind of similar to, is smoking bad for me, but it does, yeah, it does give a vibe to fiction. Smoking in real life, bad. Don't do that. Characters smoking in fiction adds to the the coolness factor. What is he called in why does my man look like a ketchup bottle? Hello, Expo things. Yeah. I want to look up what he's called in the old version. He's called Dane Gustavia, which sounds like gustatory, which is named, okay. Dane Gustavia. Yeah, Carmelo Gusto and Dan Gustavia. They're both good. I think they're both good. Motherfucker about to invent Heinz, the company. He's a confectioner, but it's true. I'm a confectioner, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? It's such a... The art of there and sugar. No way! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse! It's a dragon, a noble soaring creature of the skies. Why did he put the mustard and pancake mix that he carries around his neck? Okay, first of all, it's sugar. Like, he's a sugar confectioner. You don't really see that kind of stuff in the West, but like in the East, you do see a bunch of like... It's a Japanese... It's an Eastern way of like making candies. He killed on Halloween Wars. Lies. You know, it's actually funny because seahorses do tend to be associated with dragons. In the East, you see ketchup bottles come alive and cook cakes for you. Truly affect to be alive. That's a dragon! It does look more aquatic than airborne. Oh, this is this is Edgworth Dad, by the way. This is the Edgworth Dad case. We have Sugar Arden West. Yeah, it's true. We do have Sugar Arden West. I was just trying to like reference. There's sugar art everywhere. Gregory Edgworth Dad, yeah. So in Fruits Basket, Hattori, the dragon shapeshifter, because dragons aren't... He basically changed into a seahorse instead of a dragon in the original show when he was in contact with the opposite sex. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Zhengfa when this is all over. I need to train hard. This guy gives me like big fighting game vibes. Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design since for now. So what are you doing here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about the one of the pieces in here. Also, you need some serious upper body strength to make food. That's true. Italian grandmas will mess you up. That's also true. Makes sense, seeing as he's contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. Dragons are most tied to the sea and water in most of East Asian cultures. Like, yeah, that's fair. That's also true. Those are some interesting implements you've used, Mr. Gusto. Made a chicken. Sugar blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar. They're so cool. It's like watching a sword master do his thing. I'm no master. Not a day goes by where I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why I read. This way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. Wow, this guy is this guy is hardcore. The way of confectioner is the lonely one. You never stop learning. Not until you die. Yeah, it covers the blood. The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one, too. If he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what you've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. Something black and white Santa, that's true. He does need to go to therapy, I think. The contest was Tangero's idea. It's about art. Confectionery is art. Confectionery is art? Art you could eat. Every part of it. Every single part of this item in this room is edible. The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate. Tangero is a genius. A once-in-a-life generation talent, flavor, and flair. He has it all. Yeah, most Ace Attorney characters could be solved with therapy, absolutely. If you can't undo the god of confections himself, you can't win. Yeah, he's definitely very jealous. I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah? But I am a shown protagonist, Thunder. As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. He's definitely competitive. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for a title effectively. The treasure, the ultimate cookbook, Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down there. It's a list of rules that were given out to the contestants. Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right about then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. So we have Gusto, which also sounds like gust, which sounds like air. So we have Tangaroa like tango, Gusto like gust, scone like, you know, the scone, and Frost like the fact that he makes ice cream, I think. Or like cold sorbets. Oh, ice sculptures. Yeah, that now I remember. My creations were the first to be judged. Then after that he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants. Gusto, yeah, absolutely. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless. There is nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. And last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculptures this time, or so I heard. Yeah, Gusto. Found the body while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran and called the cops. Tangaroa went right on judging. Claims he didn't know a thing about it until afterwards. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work. Oh wait, I actually went to the Detective Bad voice, to Gusto with the bad with the Gusto voice. Went ahead and looked over the detective's work, even though through the guy was nowhere to be seen. Huh, pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask you about the piece on the wall there, the one in the frame. Seemed like something was off. Thought I better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from the very important work. Bad Gregory just like, nice coat, absolutely. Perhaps we can take a closer look together. Can't take a hint, can you? Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out? Of course, confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Hey, welcome to the stream. We're currently doing Ace Attorney investigations. Okay, what's this? Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration to me. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made of chocolate after all? No, the book is simply framed in some. Tangaroa showed it to all of us when he gathered us to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize was this room the whole time. Anyway, you see it too, right? The frame. Something missing. Ah, the auditor detective that was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier. Yes. You're right, detective. Something is missing from this frame. So it's not just me. Huh? What's missing? I'm going to show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate. Eddie, you eat paper already. You still eat it. Yeah.
Take that!
Oh, that's a nice take that. Look at it. Look at a decorated word from the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the other side. That's not a bit like take a row. The balance is all wrong. That's not all. That's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit. You're right! The candle holder, nautical stuff, they're all like that. You know, this would probably be a nice time to mention. A few years ago, as part of like a bigger thing I was in, I actually worked for like 2 weeks in a confectionery in a hotel. I helped to arrange and make the desserts, and I just ate a fuck ton of chocolate while no one was looking. Very good time. Oh, I had a lot of fun, even though like the two main employees main people I worked with there, like they were just cussing each other out. I'm not big on chocolate myself. That's fair, but like chocolate is my kryptonite. That's I really can't hold myself back when it comes to chocolate, but I'm trying my best. I'm just like the one fish from SpongeBob. Like the chocolate meme, you know, that one. That's me. Did somebody deliberately damage them? How's you do in the cooking industry? Yeah. That's a very good question. Yeah, that's fair. It's like, I kind of grew up on SpongeBob. Or did Tanjiro just want it to look like somebody messed with his work? He'd never do that to his own creations! Never! Could this have some deeper meaning in the case? I'll scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Oh, look, a handprint. Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger marks without prints, which could be important to the case. It's a real head scratcher, all right. Not really. I'm guessing whoever did that wore gloves. Where's your sense of romance? Of adventure? There doesn't tend to be much of either on the crime scene, Eddie. That's you! Oh, you're right, Eddie. Yeah, but sure it's chilly here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out of the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. Besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. Aw, that's sad. That's so sad. Yeah, the chocolate doesn't melt. Yeah, because you keep it really cold. Yeah, he's so dad. I did, didn't I? Why do they have the heat so down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind the panel on the wall. What panel? Look at that! It was here the whole time! And there seems to be one in each of the contest rooms. And Gorilla hid them so they won't spoil the aesthetic of our works. And what did the controls do? They just adjust the temperature and the lighting. It was all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. How much is negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? Can anyone check it for me? I don't really know freedom units. So, in effect, each room is a giant freezer. 59 degrees in here. No wonder I'm cold. Hey, Detective Bad, you mind if we turn up a little? Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. But I'm not a detective! The same goes for the attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to that cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There is no way around it. You know temperatures by heart, huh? Guess it is your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Right, what about the lollipops? And cream? It's not too hot or too humid. A lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept around 50 degrees. You need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Duly noted. It's a bad kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he? Yeah, Fahrenheit came first. Huh. That I did not know. Thank you for the tidbit. I suppose he must be very fond of them. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Let's continue onwards. Let's talk with Eddie. A real crime scene. This is so exciting. It was invented in the 70s. I see. This isn't a game, Eddie. I need you to take it seriously. Don't worry, Mr. E. I'm taking notes on everything. Wow, what kind of notes? Notes about how all the delicious stuff is made. I can't wait to try it for myself. I'm not playing around, Edward. Take this seriously. Listen, it's so funny that he's named Edward because it also sounds like Edgeworth. And it's really cute. It's so cute. His full name is Edward. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. This was one of the things that was not in the original. Like, in the localization, his full name was Raymond, and, like, he just asked people to call him Ray. And, like, now it's Raymond. So that was, like, the name used. Like, you know his name was Raymond. With, Eddie, like, you only asked people to call him Eddie, not Edward. It's so cute, I can't. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah. They took it out already, but everything else is just how we found it. It appears the body was inside a treasure chest. Yeah, a woman by the name of Bound found it. Samson, are you here? And then she makes a screaming noise. And it seems like they also took out the plank with the blood. So must be heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. If only we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. Huh, it looks like a seal of some kind. With somebody's initial on the interpret carved into it. Is this for making those fancy wax things on documents? You think it belongs to the victim? No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take them. It's really rather impressive making an entire ship out of chocolate. That's Samson Tangaroa for you. Don't you just want to take a big bite out of it? Which part to bite first, though? That's the real head scratcher, you know? Bite any part of it, kid. You'll be off this crime scene as fast as your head will spin. Hey, it was just a joke. Stop staring at me like that. I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little better. He improved. He definitely improved, Edgeworth. Oh, what's this? One of the stands for the ship is broken. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he he was, then this becomes accidental death and not a murder. Are you too serious? Don't worry, Detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. But you gotta remember that it was Eddie's last case alive. Yeah, that's sad. Detective, could you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Picture here someplace. You can see for yourselves. Yeah, it's fine. I understood the point of what you said. Death was from blunt force trauma. And what was the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge of that. The detective's not the one for sharing much, I see. I do like how competent that is. It's surprisingly refreshing in this series. Even though Emma was also pretty competent in Apollo Justice. Would you mind if we borrow this? I'm scared of my nose. Sounds like it's official. Yeah, he's goated. Bound took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? Yeah, which means it develops the picture right there and then when you take them. No way, this sounds pretty convenient. Now then, I better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. Yeah, Herlock is Sholmes. Yeah. Sholmes is like a wild card. You need to play him correctly. I need to call my powers of deduction to figure out why. Let's begin with connecting some logic. I think this goes with this. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it. And the loud sound it made brought Miss Bound running. Yeah, said the ship already keeled over by the time she got there. But why did the stand collapse? Was it what caused it to break? Maybe it's the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? Thank you. All of Mr. Tegro's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? It certainly is a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say that the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. Okay, where is the contradiction here? Is it the lack of blood? Maybe?
Eureka!
It is. Eddie's young design also gives a newsboy vibe. Yeah, that's cute. You said the only thing that has been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah, that's the piece of cloth that was wrapped in. But something else here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't? Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood should be here. It's clearly missing. You're right. I don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What is it, Mystery? What did you figure out? Compare the treasure chest to the photograph with the real thing. In this picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath it to the deceased's head. And yeah, that part of the chest is now gone. The part with blood all over it. Exactly. So did the police remove it, or perhaps it's the killer? It wasn't for forensics. They said that the body Nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene. Could be. Okay, anything else we missed here? No, doesn't seem like it. Which means we better go on to another oh, wait. Did... Okay, you don't believe... I thought, like, maybe I could pan to left. I got confused. What else is here? What are you investigating, officer? Sir, I was just checking the temperature of the water here. And what have you learned? Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows to the main fountain, and then the water circulates back to the rooms. Unusual, to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. That's what happens when you have a lot of money. You get to invest in whatever weird shit you can. Rich folks, they're all crazy. Exactamundo. How's it looking over there, officer? Nothing of interest in the cupboard, or... Yes, sir! So there is? Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. A lot of worse things rich people can spend their money. Yeah, absolutely. This is... Samson's luxuries are fine. So, do you have something to add? Oh, no. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. A straight question. Did you listen to the Fresh and Fit podcast last week? They were so based here. And that was my straight question. This is a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. Think of what it could be the other weapon? No, they're made of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning someone to death with one of them. Can't tell what's real here. They really do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference myself. True testament of Mr. Tangaroa's skill. Do we have any logic we can connect? Nope, not yet. There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with the kitchen utensils. This tea set is on the same design as the one Miss Bound served us with earlier. You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that? The pot and chip were just set for prints. His were the only ones found. And that was the case for the utensils too. Everything else has been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. And if Mr. Tangaroa was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries, it could explain why prints were only found on teacup, pot, and cup. Cool, we completed the investigation. Now what? Well, I think we're about done here for now. Here's the theme song again. If I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place, locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them is from the outside. Is with this key. I see. And you had access to that key. Who do you think? Tangaroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. With the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. But Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope. That's exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? Time for cross-examination. The door has been locked when the body was found. Tangaroa would have been an obvious suspect. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And when he smashed the lid on treasure chest, the body was full on display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up. It's a nice deal. 6 remains. The most important case in the series. Yeah, it is. It is. Even this case is related to the DL6. One thing in your planner was found finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Do you also believe that it was Mr. Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in the room? Yep. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective and I serve the law. And no matter how squeak clean someone might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Huh. Do your worst. Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him a piece of evidence that highlights a contradiction in his claims. Yeah, they mutually respect each other. That's nice. Well, he didn't do that because, well, the chocolate was outside, not inside. He wouldn't have smashed it.
Objection!
I do like Prosidy's objection more as Gregory Edgworth. This one is fine. This one is okay. We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest. Yeah. And what Miss Bound Miss Bound only came running to this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely, based on the evidence. And yet you said it was Mr. Tangaroa who has smashed the lid on the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was not the ship, that it was the ship that did the smashing. Smashing? Yeah, that's nice. They're both very professional old men. How old is Detective Bad in this one? I think he's in his 40s. If that occurred only moments before Mr. Bound has entered the room, then it could have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at the time. Hold it. I never said he did it then and there. He could have done something else at his stand, so when he collapsed when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection!
He sounds too young in this one. I'm sorry. I'm a little disappointed with this objection. Have you got any way of proving that assertion? Nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints on the room beside those of Mr. Tangaroa? Yep, on the door. And we found Tangaroa and cross prints there too. We were all brought here for a briefing, right before we started work on our creations. Those prints are probably for them. I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's works for prints yet? Why would? We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left prints behind when they did so. Fine. If you don't find anything, the guy is still on top of my list. Got it? Yeah, I respect that. You, check all the chocolate stuff for prints, now. Yes, sir, right away. Detective Bad, we finished dusting the chocolate in. We found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir. Go on. Whose? Delicia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Okay, here's another interesting one. Because this is also what she's named in the fan translation. She did not... Like, her name is Delicia or Delici in all of the versions of the game. Good work. Go back to whatever you were investigating before. Yes, sir. So it seems we have a suspect beside Mr. Tangaroa. Even with your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up my investigation anyway. But they already put, like, a man in prison. It's like... Ace Attorney, the Ace Attorney legal system is tough as nuts. With like that, and pretty corrupt too. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Alicia Scone. Mr. Gusta mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless, but she'd do anything to win. Miss Scone lately sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? Yes. I think we'd better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Yeah, guilty to proven innocent. Detective Dad, would you mind if we accompanied you? Yeah, it is the model. Babysitting you is not my job. And he is older than both of them. Oh, come on! But I guess you did pick a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest. Yeah, all the localization names are pretty similar. Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. But Detective Bat, sir, I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy there. It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Fuck him. They never saw eye to eye, not even like in their later appearance. Who is him, and who did they assign this case to? Manfred von Karma. What? They gave it to von Karma? Dad number 2, let's go. He hasn't lost a case in 25 years. Manfred von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let it distract me. For now, I don't need to continue and to do what I believe is right. To be continued. Okay, we're gonna chat. We are going to continue after this one because I do want to do some Karma voice acting. With that being said, I'm gonna take a few minutes to to refill some drinks, refill my tea, and also put away my dinner. So hang in there. I won't abandon you for long. it took me a bunch of time to go back. Okay. I'm gonna catch up with some of the messages. Oh, that's nice. It's cool that like one of the guys for Fun Translator is like playing the official release. Yeah. So here's the thing. I was going to refill my cup, and then Larry the Yeti was like, "Hey, you need to take care of the you need to take care of the dishwasher." So I had to sit down and do that. So that's why it took me a bunch of whiles to return. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's continue onwards. Whoa, the candy castle! And look, there are even some little elves to go with it. Rooms laid out, pretty much the same as Tangaroa's. I now understand it was Bad who said that. It's not cold though, that's something. Let's see, yeah, it looks like there's a temperature control panel in here too. Over there where the orange light is, right? We better make a closer look at it when we can. It's like a fairy tale story looking here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the work of Mr. Lucia Scone. Where is Miss Scone? Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie. Look at her. Look at that goofball. Oh, just look at you lovely boys. Delicia Scone at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in the blighty. Some cheeky blighters back in blighty even call me Miss Delicious. Teehee. Oh, the lovely boy at 34. Unexpected to say the least. I don't know why it's funny. I don't know why I called the lovely boy at 34 named Snicker, but alas it did. Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E? Oh, yes dear, the usual detective over there. You're all lovely boys to me. Nobody's a lovely boy, lady. Name's bad. I wonder just how old she is. Well, according to... that's a mystery. She's one of the few woman characters in the series that has an unknown age. Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, all right.
Objection!
There he is! Yeah, 40s to 60s. What is the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense! Okay, I need to get into my Manfred von Karma voice. I need to project my inner angry German. And also make him sound a little more gruff and destroy my throat in the process. Guys, he was in the fucking castle. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Mr. Edgworth, some scary guy just stepped out of the castle. Von Karma. What? He's Manfred von Karma? Oh, sorry, mannequins. Notorious prosecutor von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. von Karma. Gregory Edgworth, attorney at law. I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, Never to show your sniveling face again. Wow. What a poorly rude individual. He's just German. You know how Germans are. The infamous snap. It's like... I talked with some of my friends off stream about like which European countries have like the worst tourists, and some people just said Germans are really bad. Case in point, Manfred and Karma doing that. His piercing eyes, the fur brow. You're even scarier than the say. You might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. Aw, man, he's so polite. What a polite little 34-year-old man. He's probably the most polite 34-year-old man I've seen. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Kalmer. Ha! Why would I want to extend you such any courtesy? This query isn't going to be easy. So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I will allow it. Why the sudden change of heart? You, the tall fellow. Name's bad. Is that so hard to remember? I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bud, see to it that these worms don't step out of line. Why do I have to? I am not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over at Gusto's room. Good day. Whose name? Bad? Goodbye. Great, more babysitting. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Kalmer investigating together? Yeah, he doesn't have to take this slander. He really doesn't. He deserves better. They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them. Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. Indeed. I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Kalmer's motives, but at least we can do that much. Oh well, I haven't been over to this room yet either. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You have to wait until I'm done. Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet? Because I wasn't first one for being assigned. One of Von Kalmer's pets was on the job before me. Right up until now, just now in fact. I got here not long before you did. That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. What say we look over the room together, Detective? It worked out well enough before. Then we don't have to worry about us messing things up, and you can keep an eye on us as we go. What kind of screwball attorney? Ask the detective to be breathing down his neck. Huh. Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer. Yes, you're amazing, Mr. E! You have our thanks, Detective Bad. Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin? Let's continue. Let's go on to the investigation. First of all, I want to know what our boy Eddie is up to. Ah, the thick, sweet scent of a delicious whipped cream in the air. It's like a fairy tale put in real life. And yet, here he was, standing in the middle of it all with that evil look in his face. This whole experience is wasted on that scary old creep. Come now, Eddie, you can't call people names like that. It's rude. You know, now that I think about that, Edgworth is also a very young father. I'm pretty sure that he Miles was like 9 when his father died. So he was like 25 when he was born, if I remember correctly. I think so, at least. He was in 4th grade. Forgive me for looking it up in the wiki. I'm just curious. Okay, so Edgworth was born in like 1993. In like 1992 to 1993. Which means he was 9 and he's 8 if this is like in 2000. Like he's 34. So 34 minus 9 equals 25. That's, in my opinion, that's pretty young for it to be a father. It's like, I'm not trying to like be overly judgmental, but like, man, that is so young to be a father. I'm like, in my opinion at least, it's crazy. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, I'll try to be more careful. It reminds me of a teacher I once had one who was super angry with me. It wasn't that young back in the 1990s. That's fair. That's definitely fair. Stern school teacher, huh? He already mentions it. Mr. Vancoma does have the look of one. But I shudder to think what he would be like for Miles to study under him. No, this is sad. Oh no. Oh man. My heart hurts. It's really sad. Let's talk to Delicia. What's the matter, Miss Gill? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago. Is it Mr. Vancoma? Did something happen between you two? Well, yes, nothing happened at all. But you just said yes. Well, that was a hello yes, you silly boy. Oh, you're just as sweet as a sugar dumpling. Remind me, what's your name again? Yeah, it was, I see. Normal age for first-time moms. Oh, Eddie. Eddie Lumpkin. Oh, you'll go far, dearie, I can tell. Eddie Lumpkin? It seems our English little woman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No small accomplishment. It's not exactly what I pictured. I picture when I think of a gentlewoman mystery. Never mind that now. We should ask her a few questions while we can. Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest? Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And, well, I spend most of the time here in my room getting everything ready as you'd expect. Oh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so, around 1, I think. Afternoon tea? It's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and have small talk. So, kind of like recess? I suppose you could say that. I mean, it's funny he says that. Oh, you really know your onions, don't you, Greggy boy? Greggy Pegleg, such a clever boy. When did I become Greggy? Oh man, this case is cute. And when was this afternoon tea served? In the garden, of course. There's a lovely little one just outside. They do it the same hour every big time during the contest. Lay on a nice little spread, you know. But today only me, Sans, Silly Pounds and Moody Judy were there for it. I like how she gives cute nicknames to everyone. That's so adorable.
Sammy Poople already had his big finish his Greek creation, so he wasn't there the whole time. Poor old Chili Winks and Gusty Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet. Bless them.
You're saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto were present. Frost and Gust.
That's right, dear. To tell you the truth, I haven't finished yet either. But I wasn't about to miss on the tin cake said by our two TV superstars. I went right back to work when I finished, though. Didn't know while the others were still battering away.
And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the... And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms?
What? Oh dear, don't be silly.
That's strange, because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tungro's room.
Oh! Confronted?
Wait, so you admit that you were there?
Oh, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anybody, I swear. I suppose I better tell you what really happened. Just promise you'll believe me, won't you, dear?
What really happened? What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tongaro's room?
Well, I suppose you'd call it research.
Research?
Sammy People's dab hand when it comes to the old sweet making. Everybody knows that. So, when I noticed there was no one there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research, I'd like to say, like I say.
You just fucking ate the thing. What kind of research leaves fingerprints?
Yes, that I. Well, it stands to reason I'd leave my fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it?
What?
You ate little pieces of them?
So the traces of tampering in Mr. Tongaro's room, and was all you.
I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess. I had to take a little bite there, here and there, didn't I?
I mean, you didn't, but sure, to each to their own.
I didn't want poor Sammy Pupils getting upset, so it was just the teensiest bits and pieces.
Yeah, very much so. And to stand holding up the ship, you get a bite out of that too, I suppose?
Oh, yes dear, of course I did.
It was you. You brought the whole thing crashing down.
Oh, I'm sorry, my lovely, truly I am.
Hold on. Is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were heading off for a second helping of sweets?
Look, just believe me, I never killed anybody, I promise.
That too was sort of suspicious, but that's all that we can say for now. Okay. Let's see if we can logic our way into this. Nope, we cannot. Let's continue investigating then. It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made of sugar and cream. I know, right? It's like we're inside a magical medieval story or something. I didn't know you were so into such fantastical things. I did not know you were such a nerd, Eddie. Sorry, Mr. Edgworth, didn't mean to get so carried away there. Oh, no need to apologize. I know your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was as animated as you. No, Edgworth, he's autistic. Being like that is part of is there. It's one of the symptoms. Also, like, he can't just repair those. He'd have to make a whole new models. Yeah, she bit the stand. That's so that's so rude. He sees him as his own son. That's so cute. Every time Gregory mentions his son, it's just, I don't know, it really melts my heart. It's really heartbreaking, but also just really sweet. He's such a dad. He's such a good dad, too. He wishes the best for his son. It's like after he's gonna be... Hello there, son. Maybe do you want to take a break from all the law books not you're reading and do some and maybe watch this cooking show with me? Oh, well, Dad, I would like to, but well, the ninja show is on. And no, Dad, I want to study like you. I want to be just like you. Okay, as long as you take a break at least once in a while. I don't know, this just... These moments the son mentions, they're just so cute. You have a son, mystery? I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statute book than a fairy tale. He wants to be just like his father! That's so adorable! I can't help but worry that his interests will make it odd for him to make friends. No! Reminder that Franny and Edgworth had tea time together, so let's not rule out Edgworth wouldn't have like the cooking show. He would have liked the cooking show. Man, I can't help but worry that his interests will make it hard for him to make friends. Oh, this is so sad. I just can't help but be kind of sad about this, guys. Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make tons of new friends, me included, I'm sure. Yeah, they do. You're right. Even though he's gonna be a little salty after all this, like in their introduction. Like to think that you'd be more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie. Man, Freggy, don't worry. Your son made a friend who died for him. That's true. I mean, Phoenix did that. Son. Yeah. He also adopted Raymond, Eddie. A big brother, huh? Guess I have some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously. Indeed. And with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? He adopted 2 sons. He has an adopted son and he has a son. We scout this scene. You know, this is why I like Turnabout Legacy. Yeah, Uncle Eddie. This is why I like this case in specific, because it really does show to us that Gregory Edgeworth was a good-ass man, and he was a good-ass dad. And you also get like a different kind of protagonist than what you usually have in Ace Attorney, which is something I really appreciate. He's different than Edgeworth, he's different than everyone else. And I also just like that he's like a little older, you know? The doors of the castle are left wide open. Yeah! Was a guy born in a barn? Could have at least closed them behind him. I like to see you say that to Mr. Montgomery's face, Eddie. Wait, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see. Hold it, kid. Yeah, he's very normal. But he's also just a good man. If anybody's gonna be handling the evidence, it'll be me. Cream's going all runny. It's all over for the detective's shoes. Why are there items being stolen inside a county castle? And since this was originally a detective game, yeah, you would have got him. Probably. But I do like Phoenix, and I do like that we got regardless. Alright, tell me what you want to look at first. 2 big rock crystals. Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage. Kinda explains something more exciting behind these doors. Oh, I know, maybe they're giant uncut gemstones. And maybe this whole thing is based on the story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside. He's so cute. Somebody pinch his cheeks. I think I treat my priceless treasure with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. It looks like a little stone or something. Yeah, there was a vampire inside. Inside the castle, like Castlevania. I was right. They are gemstones. This sand must be so they can be put on display. Well, whatever they are, they seem to be not just a large set of paperweights. These pillows have hexagonal indentations. Oh, you were making... Yeah, Manfred is very vampiric. Well, whatever they were, they're gone. Hexagonal indentations, huh? I wonder. Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry? A giant strawberry with hexagonal buttons. Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing. I like strawberries too. I prefer bananas myself. Blueberries for me. Aw, that's cute. He's also participating in the conversation in his inner monologue. That's so adorable. Someone get him blueberries after this. There's a bunch of blue cloth back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls all together. Well, they certainly aren't made of candy. Yeah, no idea what this stuff is made from. Almost looks like somebody hid it here. That I know a certain homicidal blue-haired woman with depression who shares her beliefs. Oh, right! Von Karma also like homicidal blue-haired woman. Are you talking about Franziska? Is she homicidal? It's not Franziska? It might be, and I forgot. Franziska is whiptical. Yeah, that's true. Oh, her hair is in blue. Yeah, it's teal. Blue-haired woman with depression. Homicidal blue-haired woman with depression. Who is this? Who are we talking about? It's like light grayish. Yeah, who did he mention in terms of like homicidal blue woman with depression? I forgot. The raw crystal stands and the pillars in front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. Oh, is there a fire one? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I believe the crystals... She likes strawberries. I forgot about that. That's a good reminder. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Oh yeah, hexagon to hexagon. Makes perfect sense. But if that's the case, why are they being hidden inside the castle? The girdles of blue cloth and rock crystals inside the castle. I'd imagine they most both belong to Miss Cone. Yeah, she does have silver hair. Miss Cone, what were you using the items inside the castle for?
Oh, those! Sorry, Lumpkin, what I'm not allowed to say.
Let me guess. Karma?
How did you know? Please don't ask to tell you. Ask me to tell you? You have my guts for goddess.
It seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense. Man, thought we were onto something with those giant rock crystals, but...
What's that, dearie? Are you interested in my little trinkets?
Your trinkets?
Yes, my sweet. I used to make people all lovely and relaxed.
You use rock crystals and cloth to do that?
I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights inside them. Wow, those things are lamps. Oh, it's not even the half of it. There's close held with an even more exciting secret.
You really opened the moment we start talking about her trinkets.
Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic? Ah, Betty Bumpkin! Maybe get it all out and set it up for me.
The name is bad.
Yes, I don't know. Why are you being so selfish, Betty Bumpkin?
Have you finished taking photos of this room yet? Yes, sir, we have, sir. Help Miss Scone here with something, will you? Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh, you're sweet at heart, aren't you, Batty B? That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got him to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent.
Oh my god, it is the same as a Frank's last case. That's cute. Frank's apron.
Thank you ever so much, Battykins. And you, Officer Lovely.
She's even giving nicknames to the forensics guys now. She's even giving nicknames to the forensics guys now. I guess it's a way of showing that she cares. So what about this is supposed to be relaxing exactly?
Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Batty B. The fun's only beginning. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I see. Huh. Wow, it's beautiful. It is. I wish my son were here to see it. Oh my god, he's being a dad again! Aww. I wish my son were here to see it.
Yeah, Dad. Isn't it though? Isn't it just wonderful? The four adorable elves and the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen?
One of the elves must be feeling a little left out. Yeah, he doesn't have any sweets.
This is how it was supposed to look for the contest. But I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least.
Wait, shouldn't the lamps be lit up too?
Oh, what happened here? What's happened here, I wonder?
I think we better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. Oh, guys, look at this! Look at what we found! Look what we found, chat! Look at this here.
Eureka!
Eureka! Look at this, Detective Bad, don't you see? Oh, whoops. And he was so excited with the Eureka. How about a lolly? $2 a pop. Oh my god, that's a bit steep. Anyway, this is just me, or is there something... Oh, they go against the contest rules, maybe? Anyways, I think we should examine this. That's weird. Anyways, let's at least examine this. The lamps appear to be broken. The bones will smash. Both of them. Maybe they fell and broke on the floor. Look, there's a red stain on one of them left. That's not just a stain. That's... Yep, it's blood all right. I can smell it. What? Blood? Why is there blood on the lamp? Do you have something to do with why its blood ball is broken? I better take a closer look at the other one too. Some scanners actually intended to use these lamps on a display. And why were there two stashed inside the castle? Why were there two stashed inside? Maybe because they're broken? Except there's plenty of other places she could have put them. The best place to hide some salt is in some sugar. Isn't that how it goes? I love how, yeah, it is kind of funny. Perhaps the best place to hide a tree is in the forest. Anyway, if their intention was to put these salt lamps in a fine display, that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I need to point it out and making this thus a deduction. Oh, I see what they want from me. I need to point out the rules.
Eureka!
The rules! Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, Detective. Non-confectionery items will not be used as decoration. That means the salt lamps and the Yumi's clothes are both against the rules. Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scamp to be safe and sure. Okay, let's connect it to some logic. It would have been funny if these two pieces of evidence did not align. We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt. We found blood on one of the lamps, which has a smashed bulb inside. Could a lamp not have been the murder weapon? For sure. It could definitely be enough to damage to kill someone. You, science guy. Did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet? Yes, sir. Just got down a minute ago, sir. Blood is the victim's, no doubt about it. There you have it. So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scone's room. I'm beginning to think we may need to add it to our list of suspects. Okay. The doors look nicely decorated thanks to the beautiful cloth around them. Cloth we found inside the castle. A welcoming door makes a welcoming home. It's just common sense for us detectives. As the nine just trampled all over the castle's entranceway. But I'll hold my tongue for now. Okay, she doesn't have much to say, does she? Let's logic our way into this. Nope, she doesn't want to talk with me about this. She wanted to put cream on him. The cell doesn't have an illuminated cloth over it like the others. It's not fair to leave the poor guy out, Miss Scone.
Well, I didn't want to, did I, dear? But one of my cloths and little cat machines went missing.
Cloth and what sort of machine exactly?
Oh, you'll never guess how it all works. Those luminous cloths are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called full spectrum light emitting devices. They send light down the main cable and into each optical fiber sound. That's what makes them the cloth glow. With a little bit of fiddling, you can change the light into any color in the whole wide world. Red red like ferocious fiery flames, pearl blue like tiny crystals of ice. Have these special batteries that last for 2 donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all. Forgive me, so these machines, they're what makes the special luminous cloth light up in those beautiful colors, Mr. Reed. Oh, I see. So much new technology. I can barely keep up. So these light-emitting devices, you lost one of them and a piece of luminous cloth. That's right, Lambkin. Heaven only knows where they could have got to.
This cloth, it could have something to do with the case. Okay, we already examined everything here. Let's continue onwards. There's a small door here, just like Mr. Tung Pro's room. Here, I'll open it. Temperature of 68 degrees. Light set up to green. The Augusto said cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees. Temperature in here is too high. That is odd. I wonder why. Let's connect the dots. The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. It's 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can vouch for that. And yet, when you open the doors to the castle, these handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy, that's not the way I would describe most things in the confectionaries. Lost me again. think we better take another look at these handles, don't you? What the? I think it's safe to say these handles aren't made of candy. It's not just the handles. The whole castle, just like little elves. And all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top. What? So none of this confectionery is confectionery art after all? No, it is simply made to look like candy, with the cream having been added to another layer of authenticity. That's odd. That's suspicious. Yeah, she fucking cheated. Oh wait, no, that's not the right pieces of evidence. Fuck. Yeah, I was a little hasty. So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Kerr made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she's not gonna get crowned world's greatest now. And why is it so warm here? Don't you think it's got to do with all this? It is interesting. That's a good question. I think we better go ask Miss Kerr herself. And let's see what she has to say for herself. Oh wait, no! Guys, chat, no. There is something more important here. Do you see what it is? Do you see what it is? That's right, we're gonna ask about it. What's the matter? Something weird about the ladder? It's not a ladder, Dad, it's a step ladder. Same difference. Far from it, actually. You'd know if you'd observe their basic natures more closely. Amazing, Mr. E! I'll have to remember this for future reference. There we go. Step ladder examined. Miss Scone, why is the temperature in your room set to 68 degrees?
Because I hate the cold, don't I, dearie? Besides, being chilly's no good for a girl. If I want to keep my fresh face complexion, I've got to be careful around these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know?
How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to know. A step ladder is a ladder. Yeah, they both have the word ladder in them. It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie. But most of your work is made of whipped cream. The whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to deflate.
Is that so, dearie? Well, silly me, eh? I've only gone and made a whoopsie.
Wait, she really didn't know that? She really doesn't seem to know basic facts about making confectionery. Yeah. Wow, what a hack. Huh. World-class confectioner, my foot. Very neat she break the rules by using fake counters. She's ignorant of the basic facts about her supposed craft. All rectangles are square, not rectangles are ladders. Yeah. Okay. Let's, I think we can connect the logic here. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created. And she says she snuck into another entrance room for research purposes. Hardly the actions of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Yeah, that's not how I picture a top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence, or is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have a word for it that she went into that room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went there to commit a murder? Maybe. There's no way of saying so just for certain just yet. But she is hiding something, and I'm much certain of. And with that, I think that we're gonna call it a day because we're nearing the 3-hour mark. After going into a cross-examination or something like that. That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Miss Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he searched the room. And yeah, he didn't arrest Miss Scone. You didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Next to that, I have a few things I'd like to ask, Mr. Von Karma. Me too. Let's go.
How could you, body bomb kid? Stop staring at me like that.
She's a fun character to voice. The visit to that is just as suspicious Miss Von Karma as Miss Cone as I am. Miss Cone, will you be so kind as to accompany us?
Of course, dear. Where are you off to?
Find Mr. Von Karma. And we will be interrogating Mr. Von Karma right next stream. Now, there's a chance that we will be streaming on Wednesday. We'll be continuing Ace Attorney investigations on Wednesday. I have some possible plans for the weekend, so yeah, so we are just going to continue a little earlier than usual. But thank you so much for joining the streams. I hope you guys had fun with this case as much as I did. And I hope that we will have fun with the next stream. On Monday, we're continuing Metaphori Fantasio, and yeah. And on Wednesday, we'll probably continue Ace Attorney. But until next time, I hope you guys stay frosty. Bye-bye.